Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP Today. Marc Marquez has been a standout in his first year with Gresini Ducati, claiming 4 victories and several podiums. However, the Spaniard downplayed his chances of ending the season on the podium at the Solidarity Barcelona MotoGP, citing struggles with the cooler conditions at the Circuit de Catalunya. Here's what he had to say about his Friday practice and goals for the weekend. Bagnaia, Ducati's factory rider, enters the final MotoGP weekend 24 points behind Jorge Martín in the championship standings. With everything to fight for, Bagnaia has made a strong start in Barcelona, finishing first in Friday's practice session. Confident and composed, Bagnaia reflects on his preparation, rivals, and what it will take to keep his championship hopes alive. Aleix Espargaro, in his final weekend as a full-time MotoGP rider, delivered a standout performance at the Barcelona GP by securing a direct pass to Q2 with the third fastest time. Despite the result, Espargaro admitted the journey wasn't as smooth as it appeared, facing challenges with track grip and cold conditions. It was a challenging start for Yamaha's Fabio Quartararo at the MotoGP Solidarity Grand Prix in Barcelona. The Frenchman ended Friday in 14th position, battling poor grip on a cool Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. With conditions drastically different from May's Catalan Grand Prix, Quartararo's struggles are a reflection of the unpredictable nature of this weekend's race. Let's take a closer look. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Despite his success earlier in the season, including podiums in both Catalunya rounds in May, Marquez acknowledged the Circuit de Catalunya remains a tricky venue for him, especially in colder conditions. After finishing 8th in Friday's combined practice times, Marquez said he wasn't surprised by the difficulty he faced. "It was not a surprise. Every time I ride here at the Circuit de Catalunya, I'm struggling more than usual. Now I have extra work to try to improve and feel better." Quote from Marquez. The 8-time world champion noted that the cooler temperatures made finding the limit especially difficult, with unpredictable grip levels on the front tire. "It was difficult to understand where the limit is. You can lose the front super quick. If you push too much, you destroy the tire because of the cold temperature. Everything is tricky." Despite the challenges, Marquez found some positives in his performance. Improving from FP1 to practice, he managed to secure a spot in Q2, giving him a better chance to qualify near the front. Marquez remains optimistic about improving further on Saturday. When asked about his targets, Marquez was realistic about his chances but maintained his usual determination to fight at the front. "The only positive thing today is that we are in Q2 and that we improved from FP1 to practice. So let's see if tomorrow we can make another step. The target will be trying to be close to the top 5 positions because this GP the podium will be super difficult." With Michelin providing a variety of tire options, Marquez is still working to find the best setup for the cooler conditions. He admitted that while he struggles with new tires, his pace improves as they wear out, a characteristic that could prove advantageous in Sunday's race. "We have a lot of tire options. Michelin did a good job, and let's see which one is best for the races. But in terms of pace, as happened in the last GP here, I'm not super far. When the tire drops, I feel better than when the tire is new." Heading into the weekend, Marquez is locked in a close battle for third in the World Championship with Enea Bastianini. The two are separated by just 1 point, with Bastianini also facing difficulties on Friday, finishing 10th. Marquez will be looking to capitalize on any opportunities to secure his position in the standings. "We're in a tight battle for third, but I'm focused on my own performance. The goal is to finish the season strong and make the most of every session," Marquez concluded. As Marc Marquez prepares for his final race with Gresini Ducati, he remains determined to push for a strong finish despite the challenges. With unpredictable conditions and fierce competition, the Spaniard knows every point will count in the battle for third in the championship. Will Marquez find his way back to the podium, or will Catalunya once again prove to be his Achilles heel? Stay tuned this weekend to find out. Bagnaia kicked off the weekend by topping Friday's practice session, a result that doesn't close the points gap but bolsters his morale heading into the decisive races. Being first on Friday is good because it shows we've done very well. We started with the bike from May, but the grip and cold conditions were different. We made the right changes, and I'm very happy with the work we did. Quote from Bagnaia. Despite the promising start, Bagnaia emphasized that there's more to refine, particularly regarding tire choices. We're ready for tomorrow, but we still need to test the hard front tire, which seems to have worked well for others. I'll try it and see how it goes. While acknowledging the strength of his competitors, Bagnaia is clear about his singular focus: winning. He maintains that the crowded field won't deter him from his goal. On his primary rival, Jorge Martín, Bagnaia showed an understanding of the pressures Martín is facing in his first real championship battle. Everyone is strong, but I'll try to be better than the rest. I'll try to win, and whatever has to happen will happen. He feels the pressure, of course. It's difficult to manage, but he did well today, finishing fifth despite some moments where he came close to crashing. He stayed composed, which was very good. Bagnaia's mindset entering this weekend is notably more serene compared to previous title-deciding situations. Reflecting on his experience from 2022, when he claimed the championship, he shared how those lessons have shaped his approach this year. In 2022, I was 23 points ahead and could have finished 14th to win the title, but I still pushed and ended up 9th. That was a lesson for me. This year, I'm 24 points behind, so the only option is to win. Being in a position where I'm forced to win makes me calmer. Despite finishing first on Friday, Bagnaia experienced a bizarre incident after FP1 involving Maverick Vinales. The mishap, while minor, was a reminder of the unpredictable nature of racing. It was a mistake from both of us. I was going slow after a practice start, and Maverick unexpectedly went outside over the curb. It scared me, and I lost the front end. Bagnaia also noted the competitive performances of other riders like Marco Bezzecchi and Aleix Espargaro, who could play key roles in the weekend's outcome. With his sights set on victory, Pecco Bagnaia is determined to make the most of the final Grand Prix weekend. Whether he can pull off a comeback to retain his title remains to be seen, but his composure and focus suggest he's ready to fight until the very last lap. Stay tuned as the 2024 MotoGP World Championship heads toward its thrilling conclusion. The Catalan rider's journey to Q2 wasn't straightforward. After struggling in the morning's FP1 session, finishing 14th, Espargaro made critical adjustments to his Aprilia RSGP, improving to third in FP2 with a time of 1 minute and 39.025 seconds. However, the 17-degree track temperature and low grip presented significant obstacles. Doing a fast lap on a 17th-degree track is not easy. I've crashed the last 4 Fridays, and I didn't want to crash here. This circuit, which I love, has very little grip, but Michelin did a good job. Quote from Espargaro. Espargaro credited his technical boss, Antonio Jimenez, for the tire choice that enabled his final attack. The bike has no grip compared to May. If it had been up to me, I wouldn't have made it into the top 10. Antonio encouraged me to use the soft front tire, which I don't normally like. Beyond his own goals, Espargaro played a subtle but meaningful role in Jorge Martín's championship campaign. As the Pramac rider trailed him during practice, Espargaro acknowledged being a helpful reference on track. Despite the assist, Espargaro noted Ducati's clear advantage on the Montmello circuit, citing their superior rear grip. I am aware that I have helped Martín, who was riding behind me. There is something we don't understand. Why after a season we can't enjoy rear grip? Only Ducati can. Looking ahead to Saturday, Espargaro remains optimistic about the sprint race and qualifying session. However, he acknowledged the critical impact of temperature on bike handling. Despite the challenges, Espargaro praised Aprilia's efforts in providing an updated bike with a new engine. With these low temperatures and these bikes, it's very difficult. The bikes seem to float. Aprilia has given me an almost new bike, with a new engine, and that makes me fly on the straights. With a solid foundation heading into Saturday, Aleix Espargaro aims to end his MotoGP career on a high note. Whether helping his friend Jorge Martín or delivering strong performances of his own, the veteran rider is ready to leave his mark in Barcelona. Stay tuned as the weekend unfolds. The track temperature in Barcelona for the Solidarity Grand Prix was a far cry from the 40 degrees Celsius heat seen during the Catalan Grand Prix in May. With only 20 degrees Celsius on Friday, the grip on the surface seemed to deteriorate, presenting unexpected challenges for riders. I think today was really complicated, as expected. The feeling was good but just without any traction, and in this track especially, traction is the most important. Quote from Quartararo. Quartararo found himself unable to achieve competitive lap times, as the lack of traction from his Yamaha YZR-M1 hindered his progress. While the new electronics package that Yamaha introduced in Sepang seemed promising, the lower grip in Barcelona rendered its benefits moot. Quartararo explained that while cooler temperatures often translate to better grip, the low temperatures this weekend resulted in a track surface that didn't perform as expected. The problem is the grip is that low that it doesn't really make a difference. The spin is maybe a little bit more low, which is good for the tire life, but in terms of performance, it's exactly the same as the old electronics. Despite the challenge, Quartararo remains hopeful that conditions will improve overnight, with the track expected to gain grip by Saturday's qualifying. I don't think it's really related to the temperature because this afternoon the temperature was quite nice. But it's true that the grip was less than in May. That was pretty strange. But usually, from Friday to Saturday, the track improves quite a lot. Quartararo is optimistic about his chances of improving his time on Saturday. He expects the frontrunners to pick up the pace as track conditions improve. I think that tomorrow the lap time will be faster. I don't think they will make the same lap time as Q2 from May, but of course, they will be really close. Concluded. With track conditions expected to improve, all eyes will be on the riders tomorrow as they aim to qualify for the Solidarity Grand Prix. Quartararo's experience serves as a reminder of how pivotal grip and track temperature are in MotoGP, and how quickly things can change from one session to the next. Will he bounce back in qualifying? Stay tuned for all the action. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you in the next video.